EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready! Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he's loose down the left sideline. He may go. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give to Peterson running left. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor, eluding the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 33 yards.
And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
19 Lions.
2nd and 13. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll go down at the 28.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's complete. Flater, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Okay, 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Julio Jones. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Taylor will throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They go play action now. Taylor. That is caught. Finding room at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Taylor. Flushed out right. He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
124 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Play action, it's Taylor. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Peterson gets the call running left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
19, 18. 18, Pioneer. 19 tight. 19 tight. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
They go play action with Taylor.
Down the sideline he goes.
And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Peterson will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
142 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Mustang 19. Check go.
He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Here we go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Forced out to his left. Caught by Jones. That one a first down pickup of 8.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice...
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Now, that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now, if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Williams brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now a give left side for Peterson.
Now he's into the clear again.
Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Gano the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Seahawks send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Play action. Now Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end over the middle. Complete. So the big play nullified. Illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down. And now it's 2nd and long. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Here we go.
Up the middle, it's Peterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's Taylor to throw. Dancing to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 42 yards.
And the Vikings have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Ready up.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
70 Lions, 18 Pioneer. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Complete to Jones. On the move past the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now they'll change things up. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Here we go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 24 yards. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now Taylor to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Gets past one man. There he goes again. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 72 yards. And the Seahawks strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Cruz, the man in motion right. Taylor. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
He got 29 yards that time.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he's got room
down the left sideline.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 39 yards.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards on the ground. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 25 yards to the house. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go now.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Ready, set.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Come on, set. Hut, hut.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 41 yards.
And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Seven Pirates. Stephanie.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Okay, great. 69. Set. Let go.
To throw is Taylor. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kevin Harris.
44 yards.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Go. Hut.
Taylor rolling to his right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Ready. Go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
19 tight. Let's go. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Ready?
Now Taylor.
Flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Ready? Dragon 60. Mustang 19.
Throwing now is Taylor. Buying time to his left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Panther 11. Warrior 70. Cup 19. Ready?
Taylor to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's Taylor. He'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now it's Taylor. That is caught. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
Now Peterson running right. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
79 Broncos. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcat.
One last shot for Taylor. And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
And that won't be easy. Oh, there's no doubt that this crowd has absolutely been rocked by what they just saw. But guess what? There's still a 2-point conversion to deal with. Still a little drama left.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the 2-point conversion.
Go! Mustang 19. Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he is in. The play works, and we are headed to overtime. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Well, plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball.
He's got it at the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, I'm sure the team will be in favor of just taking the win right now. But in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the rule change, because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
Now Taylor. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Gano now to add the extra point. And he puts it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Shut up.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go, set.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on third down.
And here in overtime, that had the potential to be the definition of a game-changing interception. But he couldn't find a way to pull it in. And that's a disappointment there.
Let's go now. 70 Ranger. Check go.
They'll set up a throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
What a call this is. Tied in overtime, and they are going to line up to go for it. 4th down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. They run over center with Peterson. And some space here.
Down the left sideline.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
As always, no rooting interest here. But that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Ball security critical now. When do they opt to kick it? Time will tell. Here's 1st down.
Unlock line. Unlock. Ready.
Again, Peterson. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
the set. go! Ready up! Ready! Ready, ready! Ready, ready! Here we go, here we go! Hot, hot! On the double! Get up! Ready! Set up! Set! Ready? Let's go! Hot, go! Ready, ready! Hot! On the ready! Hot, hot! Set up! Check, go! Here we go, shot! Hut! Ready, set. Go. Okay, break. Ready. Let's go now. Set. Come on, set. Set, go.